Our search for the dirtiest job in the countdown concludes with the one thing all animals have in common. It doesn't matter where they're from or what they do. They all produce waste products. And at the Auckland Zoo in New Zealand, keeper Erin Ballack has to clean up the mess. She's particularly interested in the excrement from the zoo's largest herbivores. Each day, they produce enough dung to fill a large SUV. Erin's job is to collect the manure so it can be loaded into a shredder with pieces of cardboard. The corrugations in the cardboard create air pockets, allowing bacteria to breathe while the mucky mixture cooks for 7 weeks under plastic covers. The fermenting feces gets so hot it kills weed seeds and diseases. The finished product is a sweet-smelling quality compost bagged and sold to local gardeners as Zoodoo. It's a wonderful recycling system, but it can't compete with the work done by the animal at #1 in the countdown. There's no shortage of excrement on the African plains. Grazing animals produce more than 5,000 tons every day. Dinner is served for the dung beetle. It's an expert at turning feces into fertilizer. In Kruger National Park in South Africa, more than 7,000 beetles were counted in a single pile of elephant dung. These six-legged sanitation workers are #1 in the countdown because their entire life cycle is spent cleaning up the messes of other animals. They feed on dung. They breed in dung. They even grow up in dung. The female lays an egg in the center of a dung ball, and her babies develop safe inside the stinky nursery, sometimes for more than a year. While some beetles eat fast, others get their dung to go. They roll it into a ball so they can move it away from all the competition. Dung beetles are so keen to get their green gold underground. They're estimated to bury nearly half a ton of dung per acre per year. But that's nothing compared to the amount shifted by some human dung beetles. They work in the Bracken Caves of Texas. In summer, it's home to an enormous colony of Mexican free-tailed bats. In winter, it's home to guys with a very dirty job. They're cleaning up the mess made by 20 million bats. Huge vacuum cleaners suck the mountain of manure to the surface. It's bagged and moved to a local garden center where Paul Stanley is the king of compost.
We use this excellent fertilizer, real high in nitrogen and real high in microbial activity. Microbial activity helps to add to the soil so that you have less disease and fungus, and of course the nitrogen helps to feed the plant. It's one of the best fertilizers you'll ever see.
Sold pure or mixed with other composts, bat guano's certainly popular. They sell 50 tons of the potent poop each year. It's a good deal for the bats, too. Not only is their cave spring cleaned, but some of the proceeds go towards bat conservation projects. All around the world, dung beetles are also doing their dirty best to save the planet by cleaning up other animals' messes. The whole ecosystem benefits from these busy little gardeners. The dung balls are often full of seeds, which the beetles carry carefully underground where they can germinate surrounded by a healthy dollop of fertilizer. Most of us forget about these unsung heroes. But imagine what would happen if they ever lost their appetite for dung. It wouldn't take long before we were up to our armpits in excrement. So we should all be grateful that when it comes to dirty jobs, the dung beetle really is the most extreme.